This week on the Marching Drill Down, Steve Martin from GPG Music shares news about the future band season. We'll get this week's band history fact, all that and more, now on the Marching Drill Down. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm your host, Brooks Andersen. I'm a drill and visual designer from Oklahoma City. I also recently started On the Dot Marching, which is a YouTube channel dedicated to fun marching demos, Pyware tutorials, and any other things that I can think of that have anything to do with marching. We begin today's broadcast with Jake Murillo sharing some exciting news from the Bluecoats.
Hi Style Plus community, my name is Jake Murillo, and I'm a member of the 2021 Blue Q for this upcoming summer season. I'm just here to tell you a little bit about what the Bluecoats been up to in order to prepare for this incredibly exciting and special opportunity. The Bluecoats been hosting a number of virtual events and online rehearsal camps, of course, in order to make sure that the performers are adequately prepared to be able to achieve at the highest level, mentally, physically, and musically, of course. Our 2021 show is entitled Lucy, which is another Beatles show essentially, but it's going to be quite different than 2019's The Bluecoats. There'll be many different exciting things to look forward to that were not in the previous Beatles show, and therefore it'll definitely be something very special to look out for. Therefore, I hope you're able to catch it at a show near you this summer or online through the many different streaming platforms that will be showcasing DCI this summer.
WGI groups from all over the country are continuing to hold clinics to keep members and prospective members active over the summer. Aaliyah Bassarout has a story.
Thank you, Brooks. Numerous organizations from all over the country are hosting clinics for prospective members and veterans to get back into the swing of things. Now let's send it over to Grant Esperanda, who has more information on some Southern California camps.
If you're a marching arts student and you want to get back out there doing what you love, then you're going to want to check out the camps and clinics that are coming up this summer and that might be in your area. If you're in Northern California, then you're going to want to check out these events. First up, we have U.S. Band's Summer Education Series powered by the Blue Devils. They are on a mission to get students and their peers excited about music and marching arts. They are hosting the Music and Marching Arts Camp, the United Sound Camp, and the Young People's Music Experience. Visit usbands.org for more information. The Sacramento Mandarins are also hosting their own summer day camps in conjunction with Sacramento State Marching Band. They are offering a leadership and color guard camp, as well as a mallet percussion and battery camp. Visit mandarins.org for more information. The Tri-City Band Corps is also offering free clinics over the summer, and these are for color guard, percussion, drum major / band, as well as leadership camps. You can find more information about this opportunity at tricitybandcorps.org. And that's it. Hope to see you playing and spinning this summer.
Thank you, Grantis. Now let's send it back over to Brooks in the studio.
Thanks, Aaliyah. Now let's hear from one of the contestants from StylePlusTV's show, The Next Designer.
Hey guys. So unfortunately, I have to bow out of the competition. Something came up, something positive, which was I got a design job. So that's good, but also I'm sad to say that I probably won't be around or be able to do as much of the competition as I would like. So I wish you guys the best of luck, and maybe you'll see me around.
You can watch episode 1 and 2, which are out now on StylePlusTV's YouTube channel. Our friends over at GPG Music recently published a video to the world about the stance of marching band in 2021. Steve Martin has more.
Hey everybody. I just wanted to check in and celebrate the moment a little bit. It's an awesome time as we close out this school year and put all of this craziness behind us. It really looks like we're going to be able to do band again in the fall, one way or another. I think marching band is probably the most likely thing to happen because it is outside and it does mitigate a lot of the things that everybody's concerned about. But there's also a good chance that everybody's going to be vaccinated, and then that solves the problem in a different way. I think we all know the hole that this year has left. It's going to take years to repair the sequence and the progression of picking up a flute or a trumpet for the first time and then being ready to be in a high school marching band as a freshman. There's just some gaps in there now, and I just can't salute the music educators enough that are going to have to go through how do we do this with, like I said, a whole gap. So I know you can do it, and we're going to get back all the stuff we love. We're going to get back being part of a team, being responsible to each other, learning what that means and how that feels, learning what it means when you maybe aren't the strongest link and how you work hard to get better. These are all things that really are part of ensemble music making, and that's been the biggest void for this whole time for most of us. So I'm excited to get back to that. I'm excited to see shows starting to open up applications for their contests and circuits, and people planning travel to some degree, whatever they can. I know everybody's still trying to get all the information. Not everyone knows what everyone's specific situation is, but once you do know and you're ready to start planning, we at GPG are here for you. That is our purpose, to help you teach more efficiently and your students learn more accurately and efficiently. So we would love to help if it's time, and whether we do or not, we wish you the best of luck this fall. We're very excited to see marching band come alive again. See you next time.
Thank you, Steve. Our final story is this week's Band History Fact, presented by me. And since I'm a drill writer, I figured I'd go over one of the most famous drill moves of all time, the Z-pull. The Z-pull was created by George Zingali, and it debuted in 1983 with the Garfield Cadets. George Zingali was probably the most legendary and influential drill and visual designer to ever influence the marching arts. He broke out of the typical symmetric drill forms and started using curvilinear and motion a lot more and in interesting and exciting ways. I figured it would be fun, since I'm also a drill writer and do tutorials, we could do a quick tutorial showing how to do a Z-pull in Piware. All right, we're in Piware, and we're just going to do this pretty quick to give you the idea of how something like this would be done. We'll start with combining these two lines into one that also makes a Z. Okay, so what I've done is I have just glued these together in a new form. As you can see, as they connect is how they will be stuck together in the next form. We'll go over to our morph tool, and we'll just start getting rid of all of these extra handles. And as you can see at the bottom, I've set this to be a 16 count move. It's a lot like working in, almost any other graphic design software that you could be familiar with. Illustrator, Photoshop, GIMP, Inkscape. So we'll use this as an intermediate set to go between. Start forming up our Z shape. Now that we've got the brass in a vaguely Z shape, I'm going to work with the drum line. A cool tip is whenever you have the drum line selected as a single line, if you go into the morph tool and hit lock intervals, no matter what you do to this, they will always keep the same interval. Super, super handy. Okay, now we have the drum line where we want them. I'm going to work with the guard. All right, now I've got the guard moving to surround, and I've also brought them in a little bit. That way, whenever we go into the Z pull, we can move them out even further to amplify the effect. Now, I'm going to take another 16 counts down here in the timeline. I'm going to compress it before we pull it apart. All right, now we've got it compressed down. Now it's time to actually start the move. All right, got some flag movements in there. Let's see how it looks from the top. George Zingali was inducted into the DCI Hall of Fame in 1991, and then far too soon after, in 92, we lost him at the age of 40. And even though he's not with us anymore, his innovations and passions and amazing ideas are still influencing and inspiring designers like me all over the world. I really appreciate and I'm grateful for all the work he gave to the world. And that's it for today's broadcast. I've been your host, Brooks Andersen. Be sure to check out this episode and more at StylePlusTV. We'll be back next week with more exciting news. Until then, have a great weekend.